Hi babes, how are you? If you're new, how welcome. My name is Michelle, and today we're going with a requested reading. You guys wanted me to read on, you guys know that I did in the past a reading on Liam Payne. It was like 4 weeks ago. Everything I said is coming up to light now. You can go check it out if you want to. Now, there was a special request for me to connect with his energies to see if it's possible to connect with his spirit, and we're gonna go for it. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Please keep in mind that the energies could be inverted. Keep in mind that these readings are always for your entertainment purposes only, and everything that I mentioned is allegedly. We're always giving you the legal disclaimer at the beginning of every video for anybody who might be interested in reading it. And with this said, let's move forward. Again, I've done this before with other celebrities as well, so it's not a new thing that I do, but anywho, let's move forward. Mother Lady, can you help me connect with his energies through the cards, please and thank you. Let's see. So we got Gemini energies, we got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So as of right now, I do feel like he feels allegedly, with the energy that I'm picking up, is that he was allegedly, again, not ready to leave. He allegedly is saying, I'm sorry that I effed up. So it's like he allegedly feels bad, or in a way to perform, feeling guilty. And to, again, spirits do not have, first of all, human emotions, but when I have to explain what they feel, I got to use the most common sense as human expressions and or emotions for us humans, and especially my people, to understand. But it doesn't mean that he feels this exactly. It's just the closest emotion due to him being in the spiritual world. It's different, but again, when I explain it, I use the most common emotions for people to understand where I'm coming from. Now, with that clarified, I want to say that he's saying, obviously, that he wasn't planning to go. Allegedly, he feels like, I'm sorry that I effed up. Allegedly, there was some sort of celebration party or something that he feels bad that he's not going to be able to do or be, besides anything. He does allegedly feel in a way to perform being unfaithful, or being looked as unfaithful. He allegedly, it's not the way he wanted to leave, and obviously he allegedly did not want to just have that kind of like image left whenever, you know, he left this world. He did not like the way he is remembered, allegedly, like what happened and how things happened, or allegedly claimed to happen. He's allegedly not proud in how it's remembered. Like, he does understand that there's people who remember him in other ways, but allegedly he's like, when they look my name or look for my name, the thing that's gonna pop fast in the most is allegedly what had happened in Argentina. And allegedly he's like, I'm not proud in how I'm looked because of that, you know, like how that makes me look, if that makes sense. Allegedly he feels sad that he did not spend quality time with his special people. Keep in mind that he does know that he was loved and cared for the right, you know, by the right people, but allegedly he does have some sort of regrets of how he managed his time and how he spent his time, and allegedly that he will feel, if he had a time machine, that he will go back and do things correctly. Allegedly he is talking about somebody's first date in an ice cream, that he make a promise to somebody, and allegedly he was never able to fulfill that. He allegedly feels very, very sad over how he ended a conversation with someone, how allegedly he blindsided somebody or could be seen as that. So allegedly he's very regretful, and he feels like he effed up a lot. Allegedly in those last days when he was in Argentina, allegedly he's like, I'm regretful. He is regretting a lot of things that he did, especially in that trip, allegedly. Sent home the verse. He allegedly feels very sad as well into where his father had to go there. He said that he never wanted to put nobody through that. Allegedly that was one of the reasons why he continued to stay, because he didn't want his father to go through the pain that he knows he is. Allegedly, again, he doesn't want to be remembered as the last things that happened to him. He will appreciate a lot more, allegedly, if his memory was more about what he did when he was alive. And he understands that a lot of people are in that energy, but there's a lot of people who are just connecting him to whatever happened the last days of Argentina. He says allegedly that he said that he was allegedly very happy of One Direction. He was allegedly very happy with the money he was given and what he was able to do with his life and with his family, or to, towards his family. But allegedly too, he said that he should have allegedly spent more time with family and step back and away from social media and the public light. Mostly is regretful of what he considers wasting his time. Allegedly, he felt like he wasted sometimes some of his time, allegedly, where he could have done more, especially with mom, dad, and his sisters and whatnot. There's also allegedly pets or dog or something that he's also allegedly missing a lot, and that he knows is going to be hard for them. Allegedly here also he's remembering a lot of his son. Obviously he has a lot to say. He allegedly would like to in a whichever form be more amicable allegedly with his baby mama, but especially he's also allegedly very sad over how he made his baby mama a single mom, allegedly, to where he never wanted that. He always wanted to be part of his son's life, and allegedly that's another thing that he regrets. He has a lot of regret with a lot of things. He has a lot to say, so it's hard to pick up the order. Keep in mind that the order that I'm telling you things is not the order of priority for him. Allegedly, it's just how it's picked up. He misses a lot his son. Allegedly he misses his hugs, he misses his voice. He is the right reason why he stayed as well. And allegedly he just is disappointed into how things were handled and how allegedly he could have handled things into where it took him over there. Also allegedly he is regretful of choosing random people that he just met over people that gave him advice of staying away from certain people. Allegedly he said that those people allegedly were a red flag. He shouldn't know, and that cocktail party allegedly, or that party allegedly, that these three people were like a red flag. And allegedly whenever his girl or somebody told him something, allegedly he was just like acting like, oh, you're wrong, or you're always trying to keep me away from happiness, or keep me away from allegedly being fun or so. So I do feel like allegedly he's also regretful how he allegedly he feels like he pushed the right people away and trusted certain people that he shouldn't be trusting, and allegedly he's like there's no going back. But he does regretful. He's saying that if he had a chance to go back, he will definitely make better decisions that night. And allegedly, even though that he may know that it wouldn't change the outcome of his passing, allegedly he would at least make amends with certain people, making sure that they don't have unfinished business, because allegedly there was a lot of unfinished conversations, unfinished plans, and unfinished business with certain people. Although you may say, well, it makes sense because he wasn't ready to pass away. Yeah, but there was something else behind doors allegedly that he was going to talk to, or this could be a discussion or something that allegedly that he wanted to make amends with, and he thought he could have done it the next day, and allegedly, well, unfortunately that happened. He allegedly also regrets a lot the fact that, like I told you, remember that when I told you that he did not plan to do all of this, that he had plans to get married. Allegedly, again, he's talking about too, and how much he regrets not giving the ring to his girl he really wanted to marry in the future. And allegedly he was considered to give her a ring, and allegedly he regrets that. He's like, I regret all of that. I regret a lot of things. His energies is full of regret. He allegedly said that he's regretting meeting certain people and saying that they were the wrong people, they were red flags, that they talked to him for the wrong reasons that allegedly he knew, but he didn't care at the time. He allegedly says that he should have spent more time with friends and family, and that he wanted to do that as well, but he regrets all of that. He's like allegedly regretting all these plans that he allegedly postponed. And it's not even talking about One Direction, it's talking about life. There's a song allegedly that he was about to finish, and now he cannot finish, and now allegedly he wanted to finish. This could have been just some lyrics as well as actually finishing recording that. Allegedly there was an argument allegedly with somebody that it wasn't that big of a deal, and that he was planning to apologize, and now he's regretful because allegedly he cannot apologize to that person, and that person could have all these questions in their head. He regrets allegedly acting single when he wasn't, and that allegedly that's how it's being projected. He's regretting hurting people not only while he was alive but also after his passing. That allegedly he is having a clear mind right now, and that he could see things better, but he's like, I did not understand why I couldn't see it this way when I was alive. I was very confused, and things did not seem that big of a deal at the time, and allegedly now he understands. He's regretful, and he could see how he affected left and right, and he's regretful of all the things that he did not mean to hurt anybody, allegedly, that he did not mean to act that way, and that he's just regretful to any actions he could have committed towards anybody when he was alive that could have caused any sadness or anger, and that he's aware of the love. He really, really likes how, the way that his father was treated when he got into the airport, not to the airport, to the hotel. Allegedly he's very happy with that. He's very pleased, he's very grateful. He's happy, the word that I can find is like happy, grateful, and at peace with his real fans. And allegedly he wasn't happy about that photo, obviously, that was posted online, because allegedly, of course, he fears that his son in the future will see it and have that image of him, and allegedly as well because of his parents as well. He wasn't happy about that, so he was sad over how disrespectful it was, and also how it could impact the future over not only his parents seeing it, but also allegedly his kid. Allegedly here, he's also sad and worried a little bit due to how his his girlfriend is questioned allegedly and looked at, like he don't understand why she's in the hot seat entirely, and to where a lot of people allegedly, and again, it's not everybody, he's aware of that, and we all aware of that, but there's allegedly some people doing their own thing. I do see allegedly like he don't understand why they want to focus and force a question or an interview in the future. I do see that happening, and I told you about that in the past reading that I did weeks ago. It's been almost a month if I'm not mistaken. He allegedly can understand a lot things more. He's like allegedly saying like I should have never focused on all the things that I focused. I should have focused more in my well-being. I should have focused more in my happiness. I should have focused more on my family. He does care about One Direction, but allegedly he's talking about all these connections that he had, such as family members and his son. It's like about like I miss them. Allegedly right now he's saying that at this moment that he's ready to open up, and he's ready to express, and he said that he wished he was this way when he was on earth. And allegedly here he is manifesting himself, I don't know why, with butterflies. I don't know why, and who likes butterflies a lot, but allegedly he's being manifested a lot in butterflies. He says that he was not ready for his next destination. Allegedly he was not ready for that. He was not ready for where he's at right now. Allegedly it took him a minute to understand where he was. He thought he could come back. he thought it was a dream, but he's like, he understands where he's at right now, and the word I could use, he's okay. He understands where he's at right now. Now keep in mind that I see him in the spiritual world. The heaven and hell is a religious belief. It's not a reality in some senses, but as I see him at peace. I see him sitting down. I see him with a tuxedo, and he's just talking about it. I see like a white room and a couch, and he's sitting and talking about it. So at this point, what I see is him being in the spiritual world once again. So if you don't believe in this, it doesn't add, it doesn't take anything from the reading. I said what I said, and I saw what I saw. There was an unfinished trip that he wanted to go as well, that he regrets not being able to, that he promised to do so. He is questioning, and he's like, allegedly, he's like, I don't understand destiny, but he is coming to acceptance. It's more about like, I accept what happened to me. I will say here that allegedly here, he don't want again to be just remembered as what happened in the past. He said that it was mistakes that he regrets. He allegedly would like you guys to remember him as the first impressions. He don't want you actually to remember him for what people claimed he was or wasn't, especially the negative narrative. Allegedly here as well, he appreciates the roses. If you were to give him something, he will like roses. He really likes that. And he hopes that allegedly the drama dies down, and he hopes that the reality of things also allegedly comes true, because he has issues remembering exactly what happened, because he does admit allegedly that he could have been under the influence, which makes things a little bit more difficult for him to realize what's been happening or what was happening. But he says right here allegedly that he could tell us that it's not over, there's something yet to be found out. And he said that allegedly he understands that you guys are sad and that it's hard. He said that he wishes he could be for his fans and his family. Allegedly he says, I wish I could be the shoulder to cry on, but he says cry over it, but he said like to not cry too much, because to be continued. He's actually clarifying that it's not the end, it's the beginning of much more, in that he appreciates the love and the care that you guys have for him, and he's allegedly saying, please keep it in your heart, please remember me as who I was, not how I left. And allegedly he is at peace, in a witch form, he's at peace, and he's just waiting for the full truth to come out. Allegedly again, he's also giving an advice to be careful who you trust, be careful what you do, and to not waste time in life. He says right here that it's okay to be a free spirit allegedly, but also do not throw to the garbage what do cherish or people who cherish you. He's like allegedly that sadly some things he has learned after his passing, or realized, because he knew a lot of things but he realized, and allegedly he's just regretting how things went down and how he acted allegedly, and how things could have ended in different ways if he allegedly felt different ways. Now he is feeling sad about his home that he had, because allegedly he really liked where he was living. He's really liking where he used to live. It was his dream home in a way to perform. He is allegedly telling people to please do not villainize his girlfriend, and that she brought a lot of joy into his life as well, and to give her time. I do feel like there's a lot more that's coming out to light eventually. It'll take more, and he's saying that to remember him. And I do see as well that the song that I'm hearing right is Diana, like that One Direction song Diana, and it's Got to Be You. And he's just going over and over how much he loves his son, and it was the best thing that ever happened to him, and that he is regretting a lot to leave him so soon. And if he had a chance to come back again and choose him as his son, he will choose him again, and that he will do everything different. And I do see that his energies are it's peaceful, it's taking accountability. He's not acting as a victim. He understands a lot of things. He is apologetic, he is at peace at the same time, because he is accepting of what happened. And I do feel like he's hoping for some sort of clarity, because he also has some sort of like fogginess due to when he passed. He allegedly again was confused, but I do feel as well that that's pretty much it. I don't see him being in that hotel hunting anything. No, I don't see him. I see him already in the spiritual realm as well, and I just see him sitting down, and that's that. And I see him walking away. Anything else? This is talking about a group date. I don't know what that means, but it's talking about 3 dogs here, and this is celebration. This is reconciliation. So I do feel this could be also with One Direction, allegedly, that if it happens, the reconciliation and reunion, he wants you guys to understand that honoring the group is honoring him as well. I do see in the future there's a possibility, not sure, to have a reunion, and it's going to be very emotional. But as of right now, I do see him I see 3 dogs. I don't know why it's 3 dogs around him. This could be loyalty, this could be much more, but I do see him surrounding different dogs. I see a brown dog, a dark dog, and a blonde one. But as of right now, I do see this. As of right now, like I said before, I see him at peace. He's acknowledging a lot of things. He's aware of a lot of things, and he's in the spiritual realm. Like I said before, I don't see him hunting anything, and I do see that he is aware that he is telling me that how things are being told exactly, it did not happen, but allegedly he cannot pick something exactly because he was confused. But he knows that some of the things that they were said about him, it wasn't 1,000% accurate, but allegedly he said that he's hoping to get justice. But anyways, this is the end of the reading. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Like I said before, I do understand that these kind of readings, as I do them a lot in English and Spanish for other situations as well, and celebrities, are hard to believe for some people. I'm going to say that if you believe it or not, does not take or add anything from the reading. I did it with all the respect. I've done this before. As I said before, I see him at peace, and again, accountability, acknowledging, and again, just pretty much that, like I said before, and I explained in the beginning in case you missed it or skipped it. The emotions I'm telling you are just words that I can use for people to understand the essence of what he's saying. Keep in mind, in the spiritual world, we cannot humanize them a lot in the feelings, because they're in the spiritual world, so they feel different. But when I express it into words, I'm going to use the similar feelings for anybody who may want to understand what I'm getting to. So that's that. I also want to encourage you, if you haven't, to follow me. You can follow me here. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify. I do podcasts in English and Spanish in Spotify. I offer personal readings. You can check the description box below for my website link, and you can see all the services there is in my website. Thank you so much, and have an amazing day.